Hey everyone, today we've got probably the most anticipated, most highly awaited Wicked the Movie dolls right here. We've got the very mysterious Miss Dorothy Gale. But actually, before we open this, I do need to say a huge thank you to you all for 20,000 subscribers. I can't believe it, but I'm seriously so grateful that you enjoy watching my videos. That means so much to me. And a huge thank you to everyone who comments. I love seeing all the familiar names and friends in the comments section. So again, thank you all. And like always, let me know in the comments if there are any specific dolls or any ideas you have for video that you'd like to see me do. I'd appreciate it, and I will try my best to make it happen. So thank you. All right, let's get back to Dorothy. She just arrived from Walmart, and I'm so excited to see her. Obviously, a lot of us, we've seen some stock photos of this doll and what she's supposed to look like. But, I mean, a year ago, when there were rumors that there would be a Dorothy doll for Wicked, I was very surprised because if you know the musical, if you've seen it on stage, Dorothy is non-existent. Like, she appears as a shadow in front of a curtain with a light, so you just see her silhouette, and that's it. For like a second, she throws the water on the witch, spoiler alert, and that's it. That is all you see of Dorothy in the stage version. So, obviously, the movie is giving us a lot more world building, story building, and apparently Dorothy will be a little bit more involved. Yeah, we still don't even know the actress playing Dorothy in the movie at this point, but we've got, wow, here she is. Oh my gosh. We've got a face. We've got, you know, who knows if this face is based on any particular actress. Who knows if we will even see the face in the movie. You know, there's so much discourse and speculation on how much Dorothy will be a part of the movie, but clearly she's a part of it enough to get her own doll. Anyways, the doll is finally here, and I'm so thrilled. So let's take a look at her. Obviously, the packaging is the same as what we saw with the Wizard, and very, very similar to even the first wave for the first movie, like the packaging style. And the deluxe Glinda and Elphaba dolls, you know, it's the same color scheme where we've got the pink and green, we've got some hints of purple, we've got the yellow brick road details all around this little circle behind Dorothy. Up here we can see Elphaba's castle that she'll be living in. We've got a butterfly over there, I think. Yeah, we've got a butterfly over here. We've got a flying monkey, I think. Yeah. Down here we see it just says Dorothy. And then, of course, we see it says Wicked, we see Glinda, we see Elphaba. It doesn't say for good. We do see some yellow brick road, we see Mattel, and that's the packaging from the front. And now from the back, we see this. We see it says Wicked, it says Dorothy, and we've got this little blurb. It says, swept away by a tornado to the land of Oz, this farm girl with a great deal of gumption, and now her dog Toto must find a way back home. And then we see the Twister over there in the corner. We see the lion. We see E for Elphaba. We see, I think, the Scarecrow. Over here we see the Tin Man. In the middle we see the castle again, and then G for Glinda. And then down here we just see this textual information, and that is basically it. And then these dolls should be pretty easy to open. You just, yeah, super simple. Again, one last look at her. We see Dorothy there, and her basket, her dog, and her shoes. So let's go ahead and remove her from this. So of course, most everything is attached with these clear plastic straps. Okay, Toto is out. Toto feels very lightweight, but that's Toto. He's brown. We've got the black eyes, the black nose, the little ears, and apparently the head, yeah, can rotate. You can twist and turn the head. So that's cute. We've got molded fur, obviously, and then our little tail, and he's just posed down in this like sitting position. Next, we have our basket right here. So this basket is a pretty nice mold, pretty detailed with this texture, giving us a nice little woven wooden basket feel. Of course, it's plastic and it's brown and it's open right there. So I bet Toto, I don't know. Yeah, Toto's not even really supposed to be in the basket. Like, I don't think he's ever in the basket in the actual Wizard of Oz, the movie, with, you know, MGM. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no. Okay. And then, of course, Dorothy has some tea ties back here in the back of her head. So let's get these pulled out. Great. Okay, so Dorothy is finally freed, and now her dress is like attached from the back to the front with a little clear plastic tea tie. So let me snip that also. I feel like, is that necessary? I don't know. There we go. Okay, so now here's our Dorothy. Let's take a look at her face first. She's got blue eyes. She's got brown eyebrows. She's got some black eyelashes, sort of like a, you know, a light mascara look maybe. Overall, it's a pretty natural makeup look. She has some light blush. She has a sort of natural pinkish lip, and that's basically it. And then she's got this beautiful auburn hair color. Like, this blend reminds me so much of what the Dorothy dolls that Mattel would usually put out over the years would have this, almost this exact same hair color blend, it looks like. So it's like a nice auburn, very warm brown. There's a lot of red in there. Of course, she's got 2 pigtail braids, and then the hair is rooted all the way down the middle from the front to the back. And the hair seems pretty thick, so I'm positive that she is fully rooted underneath. Under here. And the braids are pretty neat for the most part. You know, there might be a few little stray hairs here and there, but then down here, the hair is pretty soft and curly. She does have saran, and there's no product in the hair. Like, there's no hair gel or anything. And then the pigtails are connected with an elastic. So let me just remove this really quick. Yeah, there we go. Now, the braids, of course, they do have this white bow in the front. However, these bows don't go all the way around in the back. It's just clear elastic. So over time, if these elastics rot, these bows might fall out. I really can't tell what the bows are exactly attached to. Like, there is a tiny white thread that is maybe attached to like a small section of the hair in the front, but I would have liked if these were just full ribbons going all the way around the pigtail and then tied together in the front. Otherwise, yeah, she's got these white bows. And then we've got her dress. So this feels very book accurate for what we know Dorothy to be wearing. It's a blue gingham dress that has these little, I think it's a pinafore is what some people have told me these are called. I always thought they were like overall suspender type of things, but I don't know much about fashion, so I apologize. But yes, we've got this dress and it's got the puffy blue sleeves. We've got the idea of an undershirt right here with a white collar and this little white moment going down the center. The dress has a nice little V-neck cut to it in the front. Up here we've got this detail at the neckline where it's like a white ribbon with very dark blue stitching. Of course though, everything is just one piece. So in the back we see it all velcros together there. And the waistline of the dress is also a little triangular. So like it comes down into a point in the center. A lot of times when we see a Dorothy doll that's inspired by the book or the MGM movie, the waistline is just a flat, you know, straight waistline. So here we've got this little triangular, and again, up there at the top. Usually we don't see a V-neck cut on any of the Dorothy outfits, so I like these small little differences. But back to these pinafores or whatever, this is what's kind of confusing to me, is that like we've got, you know, the strap that comes all the way down to here, but then there's like another square cut part right here where it just kind of stops there and then keeps going. And it looks like there's a printed button there and then some more printed buttons down there. Obviously, we would always love real buttons and real details, but yeah, this part's sort of interesting. The pinafores or overalls or whatever you want to call them, they stop just at the shoulder, so they don't continue on into the back of the dress. And then the dress itself is pleated down here in the front. There are these 3 folded, very crisp pleats. And overall, this fabric, it is a little shiny. Yeah, like it looks kind of papery, unfortunately, but it doesn't feel super bad. Like it's not like a loud crinkly type of fabric. And the back of the dress, of course, doesn't have any like pleated panels. And then at the bottom of the skirt, we see this detailing going all the way around. So that is a full 360 detail. So we love that. And yeah, it to me looks almost like very dark blue, and the gingham is sort of tilted and rotated to look more triangular instead of going straight up and down. I don't know how to explain that. I'm so sorry. But you see that detailing is complete 360 all the way around the dress. And then finally, we've got white socks and we've got our shoes. And these shoes they're supposed to be the same as Nessa Rose, but these are like white, and Nessa Rose's shoes were silver. Let me show you side by side. So here we go. Yeah, to me, these shoes look a lot more silver, and these ones look a lot more white. They're almost blending in with her socks. And in the trailer, in the movie, it looks like she's wearing blue socks. So I would actually like to dye these socks and make them just a little blue. And then I think it would be a nicer contrast against these shoes, because to me, it does just kind of all blend in. It's hard to really... The shoes don't stand out. The shoes don't really pop on this doll. Whereas here, these shoes feel very silver. So again, there they are side by side. It could just be mine. Maybe they're not all like this. I don't know. But that is the case that I'm seeing right now. The shoes, of course, they are attached with an elastic rubber band. And I'm going to take them off so I can show you the molding and the sculpting and the detailing a little better. This is how it looks without the sock, just so hopefully you can get a better idea of the shape and the mold of the shoe. So that is the silver slipper, and they don't stay on without the socks, by the way. And there we go. She can hold Toto. She can hold her basket, of course, just like with every Wicked doll, every female Wicked doll so far. We've got the gripper hand where she can hold something. And then the body is the exact same body as Glinda and Elphaba and Nessa and Madame Morrible. So we've got the same articulation at the head, at the shoulder, at the elbow, at the wrist, and of course she can sit, she can bend at the knee, and there's knee rotation, and there's some hip rotation too. So hopefully you can pose them and make them look very cute in your photos. And just in case anyone was curious, her skin tone is a little more pink than Glinda's. Glinda's is maybe a little more olive or paler. They're very similar, but Dorothy's definitely a little more pink. Glinda's is definitely a little more olive. If anyone wanted a made to move match for her, I think the Christy Yamaguchi doll, or if you want the same height, maybe I think it's Audra Barbie Looks. I think they're also a close enough match for her. I just checked with mine. Anyways, that's basically our Dorothy. I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you plan to get her. Again, I found her on Walmart, and I think in the US she might be a Walmart exclusive. I don't know for sure though, but again, let me know if you do plan to get her. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye!